Welcome everybody to part 2 of my series talking about the PeteTheMonsta versus Ice exhibition match happening at the Summit Wrath of the Mix this coming Saturday. If you've not watched part 1, which I'm uploading as the PeteTheMonsta segment, make sure you go back and watch it, or watch it after this before you watch the part 3, because the part 3 is going to be predicated on you guys having a little bit more familiarity with these players. But without further ado, you've already heard my whole spiel if you're watching these in order, so I'm just going to hop right into what I prepared for Ice. Thank you for tuning in. So now we're going to talk about Ice. Ice, one of the representatives from the Connecticut side of this invitational series, and as you can see similarly from the graphic, known for his KidBuu. In fact, on the same questionnaire where Pete calls out having a Bardock or a GTGoku, I see Ice listed as preparing Cell KidBuu Yamcha for Summit, and Cell KidBuu is gonna obviously be reminiscent of more of an older meta pick for this game. You know, Cell obviously sort of fell off a little bit after the Evo patch last year, when people started realizing the strength of Gotenks and, you know, Hellzone and Ghost Oki. And Cell sort of fell out of favor. Some of the scaling stuff changed. But the footage that we have for Ice is, once again, some older footage, a little bit more experimentation, but instead of the Cell, we see him representing the AdultGohan. And just like we did for Pete, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a match he wins and a match that he loses, sort of identify some of the differences, what are the weaknesses that his opponents are exploiting, what are their go-to offensive tendencies, try to get a sense for the style and the psychology of the player.
42. Yes? I think so.
So here we've got Ice on the player one side here.
Here we go.
Yeah, so Gohan, KidBuu, Yamcha. We've obviously seen this team represented by Kazunoko. I think this is Kazunoko's like original team, basically, but we're going to see, you know, it lends itself nicely to Super Dash plus Yamcha. KidBuu, obviously, a crazy powerful lockdown assist, going to establish a lot of stuff. In the corner here now against this Kirai. So much meter build from Vegito here.
Anywhere on screen you get that level 3 knockdown. What's the mix?
Dealing with the blue coup there. Now that's one thing that's kind of interesting about watching this matchup, is Kirai is going to be able to establish that blue coup as well. And the AdultGohan not really having anything happen there, an unfortunate whiff on the jump M. I play KidBuu a little bit myself, and the worst feeling in the world is you go for that cross up M and it just doesn't happen. The parry.
Yo, I love Vegito in English because he's just like, I'm over here.
Just going for the hard knock there a little early on that 5H, and we see Ice ready to hit buttons on the counter hit. Gets the knockdown. What's he going for? Going for snap. Okay.
I think he's very still up there. I think the changes to Gale Claw, jab and the vanish. He's getting blown up by stagger.
He's playing a stagger game pretty effectively. The Yamcha playing pretty nicely to deal with all this stuff. Hit with the cross up, but he's in the air, so there's no real hit confirm. I don't know how the hell he blocked that, but going for the stagger off that 5LL, that's kind of the bread and butter it looks like here. Level 1, just to bring KidBuu back in. No, just going for the knockdown there, but okay, so he established the stagger, and that lets him hit this Dragon Rush here. He basically, so his AdultGohan didn't do anything, and he basically just got a kill off of just Yamcha. Playing really lame here as Kirai gets that 2H. Throwing all those fireballs was definitely a bait. I think he's too high. Yeah, he is. Gets the hard knock, level 1 into KidBuu level 3. Ooh, why level 1? I wonder if he got the input side wrong or something like that. Backs off there. Backdash 2M. That's like the classic KidBuu stuff. Yep, Super Dash Yamcha. That's the patented. Finally gets the cross up on the jump M. Yep, he does go for the level 3. Hard knockdown in the corner. Does he try to bait the sparking from Kirai in some way? No, just goes for the overhead at round start. He didn't even really have anything. Empty Vanish gets baited on the reflect. Oh, gets the kill for 1 bar in a something of a cute way. Okay, so
I whiffed that all the time. I
Ice
guess I
down to just as Yamcha here in this first game.
too early.
Gets the jump over the Kamehameha though. His right now his Yamcha's actually looking like his best character.
I got neutral. Oh, that would have been big. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was just negative because he got hit. He was a little bit higher in the air than Kirai was. He ended with the vanish. LL and the weight again.
Crossover. And Ice takes the lead very quickly. And he still has spark.
So still has to deal with that Vegito, but he's got sparking available. He can. I don't think he kills in one hit even with a good sparking confirm, but
Throwing up kicks like he's young. Oh, that was in bit. Yo.
oh, that was bizarre. But he went for Kirai has been doing this, jump or super jump style neutral of jump in, jump back, go in behind the 236S. So for him to do that instant Dragon Rush is an interesting read. That's the first cross-up that he's gone for, and it finally works out for him. Or I shouldn't say finally works out for him. It works out for him, and he gets the round back. I think that entire round was just on his Yamcha. The Adult Gohan, if I recall correctly when I looked through my notes, the Adult Gohan was not the character that impressed me very much in watching Ice's gameplay right now, which is good, because going into Summit, like I said, he's going to be representing Cell, and we're going to be talking about Cell KidBuu a little bit later. In a vacuum. Super Dash Yamcha, that was the definition of the meta of Dragon Ball FighterZ, going into the World Tour Finals last year. Kazunoko really dominating the game just on the strength of Super Dash neutral, like Super Dash into Gohan or Super Dash into Yamcha. Gets the hard tag. I wonder if that was a mistake or if he just wanted the blue life away on Gohan. Given how strong his Yamcha was in the last game, I wouldn't be surprised if he just brought Yamcha in because he trusted the neutral. Nice bait on the reflect. The stagger resets? We do those. American resets. I'm not sure about spending the bar to save corner there. Ah, Vegito confirms. So once again, the Gohan dies without doing. He did more than he did in the first game, but the couple of unfortunate drops. Even went for something of a diet leg loop into pressure and just didn't really get much off of it. Now KidBuu in a similarly difficult position here, sliding knockdown in the corner against a stalked Kirai. Oh, yeah, I think he can kill here if he builds the bar. Vegito's meter build is so good. Oh, and he even sneaks in a sword there with the extra use of it. Oh no, what a drop. But spending the bar there, I think that was a hungry read on Kirai doing something really aggressive. But steals the hit and brings in the Yamcha. Wow. That was incredibly lucky. Does he go for Wolfang? Yes, he does. What's the Oki? He's going cross-up heavy. Yep, and he goes the cross-up again. Ooh, he cancels too early on the 2H. And the 2H again. Kirai too hungry on the vanish. Gets the knockdown here, does Kai. Or Ice. Yep. Backdashing a lot here is Ice too. He's not really getting punished for it by Kirai, but... yeah, Kirai's in a great position here. Oh, that's a lot of air damage. But still up here is Yamcha. Has to spin the bar a little early. I think the vanish wasn't necessarily a confirm. I think he just wanted the frame advantage off the vanish and anticipated that the 5LL was going to hit. Oh, he could have... oh, wow! EXDP in neutral just ready to swing through the scramble. Here was Ice. I wish he would tag out the Yamcha and bring in the KidBuu, but I get the impression the more I watch this, great spacing on that jump L. I get the impression the more that I watch this that Yamcha is the character that he is the most comfortable with. His staggers are a little bit too wide. Big reflect, but fails on the completion of the auto combo here to Kirai. I don't think this kills. No, it definitely doesn't. Oh, and he lets go a down back.
Probably no for Fox player here at
Yeah, so far, Ice's Yamcha definitely seems like the character that he's the most comfortable with. Big 2H there from Karai. He's gonna get the bar to kill. Yeah, he doesn't even need the bar to kill.
I really like this set.
This is coming to the wire.
Yo, he just said stupid. Oh no. Yo, Kirai, no. Don't say it ain't so, man. Don't do this to us. Here we go. Game number 3.
Ooh, big anime clashes in the middle. Oof.
This is Dragon Ball.
But stuck in the corner with the Gohan again. Has he gone to the DP once at all either?
Yeah.
Finally sets up some of that pressure off the KidBuu, but nothing really comes of it. Blocks the cross up twice now, does Kirai.
If you waited.
He had the right idea.
That assist call...
No snap.
I suppose... Okay, so my assumption is that he calls the assist there. I'll pause this for a second. Oh, no, I guess I won't.
No, he's getting really antsy.
Had called the assist there into Yamcha because the anticipation was that the assist was going to be blocked and he'd be able to start the pressure.
This is gonna kill him.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no. What are you
He could have
doing?
smashed upwards, couldn't he?
He could have done.
He needs any hit. He's very hungry to spend the bar on these vanishes to try to keep his own pressure going. He seems a little antsy on it.
Worst enemy, it seems like.
He's been fishing for those heavies too. Oh, that went too.
Yeah, vanishing to get out of virtually every gap, but it's leaving him in these positions where he doesn't have any bar to do what he needs to do.
So he's gonna just take the step up. Step counter.
Wake up counter from Vegito again working for him, but not in the position to finish things off. No, gets the 2H.
Oh, he tried to reset.
Oh, he tried to do some sort of cheeky, down tech read stuff here, did Karai.
That was very good.
Punish the whiff.
Yamcha saving Gohan here. So I think you install into KidBuu. Yeah, just leave it at 1-1.
But I guess he wanted to.
Ooh, nice read on the vanish.
Very good by
And let's see if his KidBuu is going to be able to
Gohan. Still kind
carry him through the rest of this game.
of maybe.
Gone that like 40% in the back. He's so willing to spend his bar. I think that's, besides his Gohan doesn't seem necessarily confident, although this game has been good, but his willingness to just burn his bar is probably my principal complaint right now.
That's like one of the biggest things Goku Blue got, and he hasn't done it.
And he still super dashes even if he's not going to be covered by the Yamcha assist, which is why we keep seeing him get 2H'd. Oh, walks out of range but doesn't punish the whiffed elbow. But a nice hit confirmed there into the Yamcha assist.
You're reflecting on nothing. It's all good, baby.
Max damage.
Still in. Game is never over until.
Into the 1-1. I don't even know that he necessarily needed to do this. There's no blue life left on Gohan.
You gotta stop.
Ooh, that's the second empty vanish that's been reflect baited for Ice. So, spending lots of bar and getting reflect baited. And hit by the patented, air tech into left-right from Goku Blue. That teleport mix-up. When you just need to steal that one hit,
Ice is shaking.
it's kind of all you need sometimes. So he's got this Yamcha here. Yamcha has been the character that's looked the most impressive for him so far. Sparks immediately doesn't want anything to do with that Oki situation. Jump forward L, interesting. I wonder if that was a, maybe a super dash read?
Yeah, I would have level 3 and kept the corner.
See, he's doing the medium version to start.
And it's messing up his
Combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2H.
Getting 2H'd again. This willingness to super dash is really unfortunate for him. Because he's in a decent enough position right now. Blue Goku isn't a neutral assist per se. And with only one assist up, Ice can sort of bait it out and try to make something happen.
Yes.
But he's really just running into the tool set that Karai has available, and now Karai gets the safes tag. Now he has a beam behind him on a character with proper mix.
On the floor.
It's a rough spot to be in. But Karai has effectively played around that assist, so far.
He's fishing
Since
for.
he's behind, he doesn't have to go in.
And he's doing a good job of making the... Ooh, I can't believe that connected. He's done a good job of making Blue Goku's teleport elbows whiff. I wish he was confident in that defensive decision enough to whiff punish, because he's gotten it a bunch. I think I called it out twice explicitly.
Next hit wins. EXDP? Where is it?
Oh, no EXDP on Wake Up.
Look at the respect.
No way.
No.
Hit by the stagger, but a combo drop. Karai not ready for it, and he gets the hit here, and he finishes the job.
Yo, clap it up.
Okay, so on that match, how do we evaluate Ice? Little loose, little super dash heavy, and very willing to burn his meter. You know, if there's a guard cancel, he's vanishing because he wants to keep the screen situation rather than getting counter hit. If there's a scramble, he's probably going to vanish. There was a lot of that. And also a little bit reflect happy, empty vanish 2 or 3 times, caught him slipping and caught him reflecting, but ultimately he was able to make it happen. Pretty capable Yamcha. His KidBuu's also decent enough. Not a huge fan of the AdultGohan, but he's also the character that we need to evaluate the least because not bringing him into Summit, he's going to be playing the Cell pick. So let's switch gears over to, I believe it's from the same tournament, Losers Finals. But okay, so we have, yes, this is from the same tournament. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the Losers Finals. He plays against JaviG, who I think is also in the Summit. I think he was invited in. I should confirm that before I say this. Okay, he wasn't. I shouldn't have fucking stopped myself. Okay, so we're jumping back in now with another set from the same tournament. I believe he loses this one in Losers Finals against JaviG, who is also invited to the Summit. Javi was invited in a pseudo last-minute extra exhibition set with another Connecticut player who had shown a lot of passion to kind of earn their way back in as Floki decided to expand upon this stuff. But we're here talking about Ice, and we're going to be able to look at this match with Javi representing Cell, Bardock, TN. These matches are, if I'm not mistaken, these matches are post GTGoku. If they are pre GTGoku, they're only just Cell. But seeing, even in, 2 or 3 months or so, seeing such a change in the way some of the teams are designed. Bit of a stare down there, but swings through it with the 2L, gets the hit confirmed there. We saw him in the last game not getting much out of leg style pressure, but not keeping his stuff tight there, swung through the KidBuu assist call there. I was about to say gets the sliding knock, but no, Bardock swinging him out, empty, low. He's caught guessing. Should be a dead character. He's got the bar on board. Yeah. Yes, this is the Losers Finals. I heard Floki on commentary in the back just remark that Ice has 3 games. And I think I watched this game before I watched the other one and doing my research for this video. And I think this game is part of what gave me pause about Ice's AdultGohan. Is it seemed like he's really effectively shut down in this game.
Trying to prove a point. No spark. What I do like about Ice's play is that he'll take those straight hits in the vanish. Make sure you have him in the corner and position him.
Hit again here. He's stuck in the corner. Does he have the bar to finish it? No, he doesn't. He goes for something cheeky, but the empty jump low again. I do, as I said already, I do think Ice best character is Yamcha, but this is a really high ask here to make this happen. Neutral jump buttons out of that mix up there. That's an interesting choice, but relying on that jump bell from Yamcha, one of the better jump bells in the game, and it's debatably Yamcha's best button. I think I was watching somebody, after one of the big Kazunoko events last year called out, they were like, watching Kazunoko play Yamcha, it's basically just jumping light. The cheeky stuff. But this doesn't lead to very much damage, unfortunately. It just has to go right into the level 3. But he's going to get this hard knockdown here and try to make something happen. In the last game, he went for IAD cross-up almost every time. So much respect there. Worried about wake up level 3, wake up spark, plus frames. Gets hit out of the backdash. I think you can reflect Lariat there, and it's like a guaranteed punish. Vanishes into the cell assist, and this is sort of one of the things is I talked about. He's burning those bars on vanishes to try to steal his own turn back, and there it really didn't work out for him. It's the guard cancel. Once again, vanishing into a projectile, just sitting on the screen. Another reflect. I'm waiting for JaviG to reflect into a punish here. And Chikatlo definitely has the bar to finish this out. Yeah. I think even that just kills. Oh, yeah. Before Cell even came out, he was dead. Tien, super, so much damage. He gets that first hit. So what are some of the adjustments here? I mean, honestly, Ice didn't really get to do anything. Jesus, Super Dash Yamcha slammed straight from the get-go. And just vanishing, burning all those bar on vanishes, he doesn't really get much for it, because if the vanish just gets hit, nothing really happens. And calling the KidBuu at full screen, what it says to me, wow, that was disgusting. What it says to me is that he's not necessarily comfortable playing. I mean, maybe this whole team is new at the time of this video, but the Gohan doesn't seem confident, and even in general, calling KidBuu assist full screen is not something you necessarily want to do. It really just doesn't do anything for you. Nice 2M there, able to get something started. Yamcha assist eventually going to have to start restarting in the back, gets the level 3, the hard knock. What's the mix-up going to be? Goes into the candy beam. So that's, I was about to say, and I kind of like that in that situation. He's not gone for it otherwise, but with no Yamcha behind him, he needs to end the block string safely. His turn is over. He ends it in the 5S. So you're like -5 or something. But to throw the candy beam after and keep it going, that's a committal move, but when there's no assist and there's no way to keep the pressure going, the fireball is the end of the block string. So Javi had gone to take his turn. Going the candy beam there is actually kind of smart. It's him stealing back that other turn. It's high risk, but the reward is he gets to kill Cell here. So 2 characters apiece now. Ice able to do that. And jumping in, he knows how to play with the Yamcha assist. You know, jump forward Yamcha. There's a lot of that. You know, if people dash forward, they run into the Yamcha assist and, you know, maybe even cross themselves up if they jump under you. Super dash Yamcha. Stealing back a turn after a clash in the air with a heavy ball. That's something you'll see sometimes, just the ability to, ooh, don't you dare steal a turn off the 2S. JaviG ready to hit buttons after that. And especially after seeing Ice go for the candy beam, the recognition that Ice is trying to steal second turns. Wake up Spark there, and I think that's a good time to wake up Spark. You know, he's about to lose a whole lot of momentum if he loses this KidBuu. No bar available here for JaviG. Sparking still up, but still could very well die on the next hit. Does he steal the turn again? No, he just ends short. I don't know why maybe he tried to extend his staggers too much, and there was just a wide enough gap for JaviG to make something happen, but now he's in the unfortunate position of having to make a sparkless Yamcha comeback if he wants to make this round happen. Wow. And blowing up the guard cancel, it's him going for the guard cancel. Guard cancels very early in block strings or vanishing through narrow gaps is something we're seeing a bunch out of Ice, and JaviG already wise to it and blows him up. Calling in the homie. Takes it 2 up here for JaviG. And once again, it just seems like Ice is, he's not in the position to use meter and convert any hits into anything really meaningful, because he's sitting here struggling to... He's sitting here without the meter to do anything because he's burning them all in frivolous situations. So we see him going to character select here and switching out the KidBuu for SsJ. So there's some implications here, and some of the implications are that, you know, the fact that, like I alluded to earlier when he was calling the KidBuu full screen, shows that he feels like he's... Because, you know, we've all sort of been in that position where you don't know what to do, and you call your assist and you just really wish it was doing something else. You really feel like, in this moment, I had a different tool on my belt. And the evaluation that he's made is that KidBuu is doing nothing for him. He needs to slow the game down and bring out something like a beam. So let's see how this works out for him, and particularly let's see if it does anything for the Gohan, that I've probably been a little harsher to than I mean to in this set, but... You know, it's just outside of the Yamcha has definitely done the most work. Finds a 5L there in the scramble situation, gets this knockdown in the corner. What's he going to do? Blocks the fast fall. If he slows this down... Oh no, he didn't get the 2H. So I liked what he did there. In general, it's just unfortunate that he had the execution mishap at the end of it, but he looked at his assists and realized he had already, between the double fast fall mix-up, he had put enough of a gap that SsjGoku assist was recharging. So, as he's recharging, he is in the position where if he makes his block string last for long enough, he can have the assist ready for legs. So he did all of his cancels as late as possible to ensure that it was coming back. I thought that was good presence of mind and good resource management. It's just unfortunate that he didn't 2H at the end and whiffs the DP. But I like the thought behind it. It shows that he is being mindful of those resources, particularly now that he has another resource that he can use to really control just that horizontal space. Goes for the 1-1-1. The SsJ on point. So, and the commentators are alluding to it right now. This is not a shell that's going to do... with Goku with Yamcha or Gohan behind him isn't going to do a whole lot. Finds the cross-up, though, but drops the combo. But he can play neutral. I mean, if he wanted to, he could play defensive neutral, not be overcommittal, and just live on the character lead here and wait for his opportunity. Finds an opportunity to take a turn there. Nice air-to-air there with the jump M. Going for the level 3. I think in a perfect world, you ultimate Z change in and bring in Gohan level 3 instead. And that's the tried and true. I alluded to it earlier in his ability to... I think... maybe KidBuu shouldn't be what's on that graphic. Maybe it should be Yamcha. His Yamcha point is good, and then doing that cross-up Yamcha assist there, I think he just plays with Yamcha assist very effectively. Oh, he thought he was at the corner, and he didn't get the corner-specific combo. Get the sliding knock. How does he deal with the sparking? He doesn't. He jumps into the corner. Locks the overhead. No punish. Able to get away. Oh, doesn't follow up the 2H with anything, and I think the reason why is he knew there were gaps, and he also didn't have a bar to vanish after whatever he finished to steal another turn. So it's one of those things where he had the thought after the 2H of, I can't continue with a vanish. So he just kind of froze there. JaviG gets his own 2H to finish things out. Sparking almost out here for Javi. That's a big air-to-air, and he's going to be able to pump, if he wants to, pump a level 3 into this. No, he elects not to, but gets the hit. That's not what you want to see. And there's not really a mix there. You know, Ice could have kind of just blocked, but so now everything is going to rest on this Gohan to try to get around for himself. If he loses this, it's obviously the set. He's got the bar to make something happen. The right hit confirm here without sparking on the side of Javi, and he can certainly kill. He can do a 4-bar combo with sparking and kill here with the right hit confirm. But does he do it? 5S into the vanish. Into the sparking. I do think that this is going to kill. He is leveled up. No, it's not going to kill, though. And he drops the combo at the end, but finds the empty jump low. And he makes it happen for himself. I thought that he was going to be able to do the level 3, but starting off of Vanish in the beginning really heavily scaled his damage. Playing with that Bardock assist there as Javi reads the backdash, nicely done, and catches him with the L. That's one thing, it seems like in these slight gaps, Ice is hitting buttons. And that's kind of the big thing that it looks like is really burning him, is he's playing kind of wild and loose. He's hitting buttons, he's spending his bar on these vanishes to try to make stuff happen. He does. He snaps back in the Gohan to make something happen, and sparks to save the Gohan, and I can agree with that, but what I don't agree with is that vanish. And too far away off the 5H to make something happen. I don't know why Javi sparked there. I can only assume it was a mistake. Bringing in the Yamcha. I don't know why you spend the bar there. Has to deal with the beam. Blocks the cross up, but hitting buttons again. Gets this level 3 knockdown here. It is Javi. I think he spent the bar to make that apples. Hitting buttons again, and so this is interesting, is that Javi obviously hadn't made the adjustment to recognize that Ice was hitting buttons. So going for the Dragon Rush there is interesting, in that it's not even necessarily an adjustment that he had to make. He's just sort of, by staggering his pressure, he's sort of been winning off of that anyway. Doesn't commit to jumping in over the fireball. Seems like Ice doesn't, so with this orientation, Ice could be doing the Kazunoko Classic with Super Dash plus Gohan, but he's not necessarily used to, it seems, having Gohan in the back. Because obviously, we had all seen, Gotenks Gohan Yamcha, where it was Super Dash plus Gohan to give you the first re-jump, and then Yamcha for the second re-jump, and you get a bunch of meter for it. It's sort of the engine that made that whole team kind of work, because he could just play that really, efficient, brainless neutral. We're not really seeing Ice go for anything like that, despite having the same tool sets in the back. Now, obviously, he doesn't necessarily need to with a character like Goku, but he's on the back foot and trying to make something happen here. And the guard cancel gets baited, and it's once again, if Ice has the bar, he's going for the big committal thing to try to make something happen and get out of it. Revenger Assault Bardock level 3. Is sparking available from Ice? It is not, so Wake Up Vanish. I don't know what he hit, but he hit something. It looked like maybe it was 5L, maybe it was preparing for Dragon Rush, but not in a great position here. He doesn't have a whole lot of bar. And he's simply not calling Gohan assist. And there's ways that you can make it work, running right into the falling jumping H there from Javi G. Gets the 2 bars, that's going to kill. Yeah, and Ice is in a really, really tough position here. No assist, solo Gohan. No sparking. He's got bar. Vanishing. Now, he's made something of an adjustment there, just in waiting to vanish until after the assist is gone. So he is, at least in some respects, he is recognizing, that is a mistake that he's been making, is that he keeps vanishing into those assists, and he needs to be more kind of mindful of it. There's the DP, and that's a hard read DP. No sparking to keep it safe. Vanishing out of the scramble again. And he baits the reflect of his own. Going for the level 3.
Okay.
And he does get the kill. That's important. This is the start of it. If he gets the right hit confirm on Bardock, he can kill.
Oh my god.
But not if he's spending the bar like that, because that certainly wouldn't have killed either.
Oh my god. Goku!
You know, I think you need to be choosy in this situation, and he's not being choosy. But he is being good with his, you know, air neutral here with those button placements. Oh, so I think he was going to hit a button there and just slammed by the TN assist. And that's sort of been the downfall of him in general in the set, is just running into the TN assist with it. You know, vanishing into it constantly, and maybe the damage from it, you know, never went really anywhere, but it's the fact that he is spending resources and getting nothing and losing after the fact. You know, it's not just enough that, you know, an errant vanish hit, nothing comes of it. It's an errant vanish hit, and he gets hit by the assist for it. And that's all on the back of the switch to Goku did make something of a difference there, and you can see that, you know, his neutral isn't necessarily bad, but he really benefited from having that extra tool that he could use, kind of similar to the Yamcha assist. When it came to KidBuu, it didn't look as though he really knew how to use that assist really effectively, and maybe it was earlier in his time playing that character. Obviously, it's got no point now, where in putting this together, Floki feels as though the point to emphasize on Ice's performance is the KidBuu. So I look forward to seeing the improvement. Wow, does that guy ever shut up? Thanks so much for tuning in and sticking with me through this whole time. This has been Ice in the PeteTheMonsta vs. Ice exhibition series. Stay tuned after this for part 3, where I theorycraft a little bit of the matchup. It's a shorter watch, but it made sense to break it up from my perspective. And if you want to see more of this, or you want to stay tuned for maybe when the summit is going live, follow my social medias to see where I'm going to be on commentary. Follow and like the YouTube, all the happy stuff. We know how this works by now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.